Your agent just made 3 tool calls, hallucinated a customer's order number, and then confidently told them their refund was processed. And when you open your logs to figure out what went wrong, all you see is a wall of JSON that tells you nothing. That's not a debugging session. That's an autopsy with no cause of death. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most agent logs are useless because they capture events, not reasoning. You get a timestamp, a function name, and a blob of input and output. What you don't get is the why. Why did the agent pick that tool? What was the model actually thinking when it chose to fabricate that order ID? Traditional logging was built for deterministic software, where the same input always produces the same output. Agents don't work that way, and pretending they do is why your 2 a.m. debugging sessions feel like guesswork. So let's put the 2 biggest frameworks head-to-head. LangChain, through LangSmith, gives you a genuine trace tree. Every run nests under a parent, so you can see the top-level agent call, then the chain that fired, then the individual LLM invocation with the exact prompt after all your templates and memory got stitched together. That last part is the killer feature. When your agent misbehaves, 90% of the time, it's because the final rendered prompt looked nothing like what you imagined. LangSmith shows you that rendered prompt, token counts, latency per step, and lets you replay a single failed run in a playground without rerunning the whole pipeline. CrewAI takes a different philosophy. Because it's built around roles and tasks, its observability is organized around agents collaborating rather than raw chain execution. Out of the box, you get verbose console output showing each agent's thought, action, and observation in that classic React loop, which is genuinely readable when you have a researcher handing off to a writer handing off to an editor. Plug in their integration with tools like AgentOps, and you get session replays, cost tracking per agent, and flagged events when a crew member loops or stalls. It's less granular on the raw LLM layer, but far clearer on who did what. Now the test that actually matters. I built the same failing scenario in both. An agent that calls a flaky API, gets a malformed response, and then confidently invents data to cover the gap. In LangSmith, I traced the failure to the exact step in 11 seconds, because the trace tree highlighted the tool call that returned an empty payload, and the very next LLM span showed the model filling the void. In CrewAI with AgentOps, it took longer to pinpoint the raw cause, but the session replay made the behavioral pattern obvious. The agent's thought literally said it was assuming a value. So which wins? If you're debugging prompt level and token level failures, LangSmith's granularity is unmatched, and it's the tool I reach for when something is subtly wrong deep in a chain. If you're running multi-agent crews and care about coordination, cost per role, and readable narratives of what happened, CrewAI's approach saves you from drowning in low-level noise. The real mistake is running either framework on default logging and expecting it to be enough. It never is. The one non-negotiable takeaway: instrument for reasoning, not just events. Capture the rendered prompt, the tool inputs and outputs, and the model's stated intent, and half your mysteries solve themselves. Get those 3 things flowing into any decent tracing tool, and you'll stop guessing. Tomorrow I'm walking through the exact observability stack I use in production, the one that catches hallucinations before your users do. So subscribe right now, so that fix lands in your feed the moment it goes live.